Hey, today we're going to let the room load, but we're going to talk about something sensitive, but sort of not sensitive because we're going to talk about Stateville Prison. Yes, Stateville Prison. If you're from Chicago, the Southland, Illinois, you've heard about being able to go around this time of um, year to Stateville Prison for haunted house, right? But Stateville Prison became a real haunted house. So I want to just talk about it really quickly. Nothing long-winded, but yeah, I want to do a live about this and then I'll do another edited video. But yeah, we're going to talk about the Illinois Stateville Prison and the House of Horrors. So while we wait for the room to load, let's go ahead and play this beautiful music by Critical Smoker. And I appreciate you so much for being here. I'm just lowering it. Just lowering it. So you guys email me all day as we're lowering it. Let's just lower this. I think y'all can kind of. Hey, Real Magnolia. I got your package back today. I have to email you the prize you won. I got it back today, so I think I did something wrong. I have to email you. Um, thank you, Real Magnolia. We appreciate you. So I got a couple of emails today that my name was mentioned in someone's live. Okay. And about me scrubbing my account or whatever. This is the thing about YouTube. If you don't understand YouTube, you just don't understand YouTube. And I can't say anything further. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, the energy that we don't need, we won't keep. And we're not trying to scrub anything away. Everything is discovery over here. The plain discovery. Discovery. Please. Discovery. Hey Steven, thanks for being here. Everything is pure discovery over here. I want y'all to know. If y'all saw a video and you wondering what the video is, you can look. If you don't see it, let me know. But I'm cleaning my channel and organizing it and making it into units, like making it into playlists and making things more streamlined, like I said before. I don't want y'all to be looking all over for a Cody Brown video and looking all over for a Dolton video. I want y'all to be in one piece. So that's where we are now. Also, if you just joined us, we have a $20 goal. That could be 20 people giving me $1. We just have a $20 goal for the lives. It just helps us. I have to pay for StreamYard. I have to pay for. I'm not. I'm not rich, and I'm not giving away anything. I'm just Burgundy Blue Commentary on YouTube, living in the Southland, living in the Southland. Really here to give you boots on the ground coverage in the Southland. So that's what I want y'all to know. Yeah, tomorrow's the board meeting. So I want to get all that out the way. Today we're going to talk about Statesville, but I just wanted to get all that out the way so the people that's been emailing me like, "Oh, Burgundy, they said you scrubbed your." I didn't. I'm just organizing. I don't know anybody that would be on my account 24. I did that for one day. I don't know anybody that would be on my account for 24/7 and know I even was trying to organize my account. But okay, all right, y'all. Freshman, go ahead. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, that's it. Like, I just want y'all to know we're gonna talk about Statesville today. So if you're here, we're gonna talk about Statesville. Not a long video, just about Statesville. Have you ever been to a Statesville haunted house? Have you ever been there? Hey, Steven. What's up, Steven? Original Mimi songs. I've never seen you before, so please forgive me because I won't be engaging too much. What's Burger Planet? Do anybody know what Burger Planet is? Because I've never heard of that. Hello, everybody. Clip, Raccoon, everybody entered. We're talking about Statesville. And we're talking about the seriousness that's going on in Statesville. I've never heard of Burger Planet. Forgive me if you want. I'm gonna put my email here. Burgundy Blue Commentary at gmail.com. I just got off work, so I'm a little tired. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. I really haven't. Email me that information. All right. All right. Y'all doing too much. Y'all just no. We ain't doing all that. We doing some and now maybe rude. We just doing some real cool. We doing some real cool vibing over here. So if y'all trying to do something that's not that, it's a problem. Forgive me. We just want to do some vibing. All right. So, all right. Thank you for Critical Smoker for that song. Let's get into what's going on in Statesville. Now, from in the Southland, this is somewhere you could go to the haunted prison. It really was something deep. And it's something like you could go there for a haunted prison night and you would pay. So I want to talk about what's going on in the real Statesville. Now it's like one of the older prisons in Illinois. It's really interesting. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Let's see. Let's just get this together. Let's get this together because we want to have fun here. We want to have fun. Okay. Okay. So, oh, hey, Gardis. Thanks for being here. I see you here. I didn't even see you say hello. Thank you. So it's this real. So growing up, I think Stateville Haunted Prison has been here for years. I think it's been here for years. I've never been because I'm a chicken. I'm a total chicken. And I just never went there, but it was something that you could attend. And let's play a little bit of a commercial. know they paid actors and all of this stuff to come into Statesville. But this is just Statesville.
Okay, after them. You know. All right, go. You've got to get out of here.
So I'm not going to play the whole video, but you guys can find it. So if you're from Illinois, I don't celebrate Halloween. So I'm not the expert on Halloween. I do know people that love Halloween. I'm not against that. I just grew up not celebrating Halloween. It just was what it was. So I want to bring you to the current day of Statesville. Okay. They are closing down. So let me give you the reason that they are closing down. Okay. Let's start here. Let's see. I'm so sorry I got this commercial here. I'm so sorry, guys. Is this right? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me get you to the right place. Okay, right here. So it's a man. He died in Statesville. Now, before we get into judging him or what his crime was, let's really get into what happened. He was in, okay, no matter what, from what I understand, I could be wrong. For what I understand, you are supposed to be protected while you're incarcerated. So let's say I'm Burgundy Blue, I'm a woman, I go into jail. Nobody's supposed to take advantage of me, harm me. I still have, unless I have the death penalty, I still have the right to have shelter, food, clothing, like the natural things that were breakfast, lunch, dinner, child. We're supposed to have that. This was not happening in Statesville. So let's talk about this young man that was incarcerated. Okay. Hit the like button if you're here with me. Thank you so much. And let's go from here.
Prison says his death behind bars could have been prevented. Tonight, they joined activists calling for the prison to close sooner than already planned, saying it would save lives. Michael Broadway was serving a sentence for murder, but loved ones say he turned his life around inside, getting his college degree and putting other inmates on the right path. Our Maribel Gonzalez shares his family's message, new tonight at 10. Maribel.
Yeah, Erica, this is Michael Broadway on the front page of Northwestern's prison education program. Now he's front and center and the face of something else, a continued and collective call to close Stateville Prison, where he was incarcerated and later died. This past November, during his graduation day,
everything you ever wanted from me was to be the best version of myself.
Michael Broadway said it's the first time he had felt alive. But just months later in June, Michael would be dead. Many who celebrated with him during that ceremony are now the same ones gathering in this town hall asking for justice.
And I just want to pause here. This was a prison ceremony at Stateville. Now, okay, I want to be like, we do not know until we get to the end of this his crime. Have you guys ever had anyone in your life that's been a part of prison ministry or things of that state? I do have a series on that. I've never had anyone in my family that's been involved in that, but I do know that prison ministry and things like that. So this young man could have been 20 when he committed his crime. If you guys are following me, just because of the Dolton situation, remember Tiffany opened up the ex-cons to come into public works to allow them to work, and it was people at that time standing by that. They committed a crime maybe 10, 20 years ago, feel remorse, did their debt to society, and want to come back. I have never been in that situation. I do not know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is just Burgundy Blue and this commentary. I don't know how I would feel if someone took my loved one's life, okay, and then took their life and then was able to get out of jail and live their life. I cannot judge that. I get it. I get it. It's probably like a F you, dude. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably like that. Someone 18 years old that shoots someone that's now 58, a whole different person, possibly. I do not know. I'm not the judge and jury, but I just want that to be on the table when we're talking about that. I do not know. Because if it's my family member, I'm gonna say it again. Skip you. But I was looking at something happened the other day. We were watching together on this channel, and it was talking about the Venezuelans coming in and how they're taking over. But despite that, young gang members, hunger pains are a real thing. Not having money is a real thing. I can understand that. That doesn't mean take anyone's life. I'm not saying that. But I just wonder, what do you guys lie in that situation? Like the Menendez brothers. I'm going to bring that up, and their ties to Dolton. And I was like, man, those two boys were 18 and 20. Would they have done it? Would they have, I don't know. I don't know any 18, 16, 17-year-old that would do things. When we think about Yummy Sandiford, things of that age, what brought you to this point? What made you go there? So that's all I'm asking. When we get to thinking about life, when people don't have the day-to-day necessities that we have, I just wonder. Thank God, I've never been in that predicament, but I've been in some situations, but I've never been in a predicament where I've ever thought about, oh, this person got to go so I can get that. And I thank God for that. Yeah, let's listen to this man's story. So this man got gray hair. That's what I'm trying to say. He's an inmate. He's been there many, many years, and he graduated. And this is at Stateville Prison. Let's talk. And I think he was going to be in there for life, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just go a little bit ahead. You guys hit the like button. Let me know what you think about this and go.
This past November, during his graduation day,
Everything you ever wanted from me was to be the best version of myself.
Michael Broadway said it's the first time he had felt alive. But just months later in June, Michael would be dead. Many who celebrated with him during that ceremony are now the same ones gathering in this town hall asking for justice and honoring his memory.
I have firsthand knowledge of the horrendous conditions there.
Michael Broadway was an inmate at Stateville Prison, serving a 75-year sentence for first-degree murder, where he was also part of a cohort of students earning bachelor degrees as part of Northwestern University's prison education program. His partner, Sean Hardy, says Michael, who studied sociology, was thrilled.
He was definitely a light to others, and talking about injustice and helping the youth in his community.
But in June, Michael died. His loved ones say from asthma complications only made worse by the conditions like excessive heat they say he endured while incarcerated. Jimmy Soto, now exonerated, said he lived them firsthand.
I served 42 years, as I indicated, and a large portion of my time.
This man is exonerated. Now, I know a lot of y'all think I'm a psychology professor. But that means he's cleared, right? He's exonerated. He served 42 years. Can you imagine? Can you really stand there and imagine? Stateville Prison was, if you're in Illinois, you already know. Let's continue. This is interesting.
Time was at Stateville. So these conditions just didn't happen overnight. This has been going on for decades.
Stateville Prison is now facing closure. Advocates say there's also concerns with the water supply and infrastructure. This 2023 IDOC report calling the facility not suitable. In March, Governor J.B. Pritzker announcing plans to knock it down and rebuild it. IDOC now saying it will not close before September. For advocates here, it's a matter of life or death.
We are demanding that the governor and the legislator close the prison immediately so there will not be another Michael Broadway or anyone else to lose their life simply based on the conditions.
Now, IDOC is investigating Michael's death, and Governor J.B. Pritzker was asked about it today. While he didn't specifically address it, he did say that Stateville is an example of a place that needs a lot of work and is asking for changes in the correctional system to keep everybody safe. Reporting live in the control room, Maribel Gonzalez, CBS 2 News.
Okay. I just wanted to point this out because, like I said, Stateville was somewhere that people would drive down and go see the Halloween stuff and have fun. I never knew what section of the prison that was because, like I said, I'm a chicken. But let's see what happened today. Now, remember, they said that J.B. Pritzker said, no comment right now, but let's see what I could do. Look at today's headlines or recent headlines. Stateville prison almost empty after the state moves quickly to comply with the court order. Oh my goodness. Yes, they moved the people out of Stateville finally. And I'm going to just play the article, listen to, hit the like button if you can. Also, we have a $20 goal to raise for my channel. Every time I go live, you do not have to participate. Just being here is enough. But y'all, if you had a loved one in Stateville, let me know.
Stateville prison almost empty after state moves quickly to comply with court order. The state is on track to have moved all but a few inmates out of Stateville Correctional Center by a court-ordered deadline Monday, marking the end of an era for the dilapidated century-old facility and a moment of relief for some former inmates who say they are still haunted by memories of their time there. For more than a month, the Illinois Department of Corrections has been transferring hundreds of Stateville inmates to prisons around Illinois, leaving the storied maximum security facility in Crest Hill, near Joliet, almost deserted. A federal judge this summer ordered state prison officials to move most people incarcerated at Stateville by September 30th, after civil rights lawyers filed a lawsuit on behalf of inmates arguing conditions were hazardous for people housed there. The state did not contest the judge's order, which came as Governor J.B. Pritzker's administration is moving forward with plans to rebuild both Stateville and Logan Correctional Center, a women's prison in Lincoln that could be rebuilt on Stateville's campus. IDOC spokesperson Naomi Pizzello said Friday that all general population inmates have been transferred to other facilities.
That's the part I wanted you to hear. They got them up out of there fast. It's a prison in New York. I cannot remember the name of it, but Remy Ma said something about how bad it was. We'll have to revisit that. But they were saying how they didn't. Remy Ma and Yandy said something about how bad this prison was, where the water was bad. They had no blankets. They wasn't washing their clothes. Something had to go on with Stateville where they hurried up and got them up out of there. Now, I want to just share this other video with you guys before we go. Let's go here. They moved them. This has been within 6 months. They got everybody up out of there.
Unsafe and inhumane, according to a prison watchdog group tonight, and the state of Illinois that owns and operates the prison doesn't disagree. That's according to a state prison master plan obtained by the I-Team that determined nearly a year ago Stateville needs to go. Stateville Prison near Joliet opened nearly a century ago, using a penitentiary design from the 1800s. Even though the walls and wires have imprisoned some of the most notable criminals in history, some spending their final days here, and even though Stateville has been the backdrop for several classic crime films, that would come to an end under Governor Pritzker's 5-year, $900 million plan that includes knocking down Stateville, rebuilding a new facility. And that was the recommendation in this State Commission report last May that ranks Stateville as dead last in Illinois, not suitable for any 21st century correctional center.
We would need to move people out of Stateville into other facilities. I should point out, I know people have said, well, how on earth could you possibly do that? Well, you may know that we have about 10,000 fewer prisoners in our correction system today than we did 5 years ago.
It was a little disappointing to hear only rebuilding without any closures announced, given the state of the system.
Director of the John Howard Association and Illinois Prison Watchdog tonight is here in Springfield testifying at a Capitol hearing on the governor's plan. She points to a state prison population that has dropped from 50,000 to 30,000 the past decade.
There's a lot of opportunity, not just to rebuild, but to close and repurpose and consolidate. We can definitely take those resources and do better for the people who are incarcerated and do better for our communities by improving outcomes, which improve public safety for everybody.
She's offering that in testimony at the hearing on Governor Pritzker's ambitious plan underway right now in Springfield before the Illinois House Appropriation Public Safety Committee. Although the governor has pledged correctional officers will not lose their jobs under his plan that also targets downstate Logan. With prison populations falling, the union representing officers has expressed grave concerns about any facilities being closed. This still has a long way to go.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness.
Now, this is what I want to share with you. Do you know that anybody ever saw Natural Born Killers? Remember that film with Juliette Lewis and Woody Harrelson? And if you don't, and you're a new kicking it, remember it was Shorty Be Down With Me. What was that song? Young Buck. We Could Get Low. Shorty Wanna Ride With Me. We Could Get Low. I had to remember that. But Natural Born Killers was filmed in Stateville. It's a lot of films, a lot of money Stateville made where they cannot make those kind of, and you know, I'm a movie head, so they could not make those repairs. I find that interesting. I find that how many people, I'm gonna say, I thank God not had to experience this, but I've known going to high school and someone go away to jail and they're like, oh yeah, he's in Statesville. And it's like, oh, that was not a blink. And I'm only 40 something years old. So this has been dilapidated this long. I find it very, very, very interesting. And they hurried up. And now when this man died finally, and they made some noise because he was a scholar in his own right, and he was a model prison citizen, they hurried up and got everybody up out of there. And let's see what else we could say. Just wanted to bring this short. And I know every Halloween, we had this. Now, am I wrong? Because I know this is by Joliet. I just didn't go. And if you guys are just joining me, welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. We talk about what we want to talk about when we want to talk about it. Today, we're talking about Statesville Prison and how a man passed away in the prison because of the conditions. And for years, they have been asking Governor Pritzker to get these prison mates out of the prison, and they refused. But he passed away just from the air, he had no air. He had no healthy environment. And his asthma took him up out of here. And just from the asbestos and what was going on allegedly. And now they're fighting. This man has made his bachelor's degree. Another young man, he was exonerated, and he was also complaining about Stateville. So we're just talking about Stateville Prison. And for me, as a child of the 90s, if you will, I went to Jubilation. So if you didn't go to Jubilations, and this is just for people that's in my area that listen, Jubilations was the Christian twerk team, okay? But I just somebody that was in the 90s that really saw what was going on. It was nothing when you heard someone, oh man, dude got caught up. He got 5 years. He's going to Statesville. It was nothing to hear that growing up. I find this interesting because I think a lot of these people may have class action suits. Like, have you ever been using Johnson and Johnson baby powder? Like those kind of suits. Like, what did they inhale? What were they subjected to? Did they have clean water? Did they have clean air? You know, what was going on? Was it mold? That's one of the complaints. Just things we're talking about today. And also, if you didn't know, we're live today. I have a live goal of $20. If you can, hit the QR code. You do not have to do that at all. That's just one of my goals. I'm on YouTube. I'm talking about sensitive subjects, and I don't get paid for it. So there we go. Let's get back to some more of that Halloween. Actors. All these people are paid actors to go to. How is this set up? Has anyone ever been to Statesville? Can y'all let me know? Have you ever been to one of these haunted prison things in Stateville? This is the same prison. Let me know.
We need to find somewhere to hide. Where are we gonna go?
Oh, I know. I have an idea. I got an idea. Oh, I heard that there's an abandoned mansion in the middle of the woods. We can go there. Nobody will find us there. What do you think?
And I remember people telling me when you went to Statesville, it would be an electric chair room. But yeah, if you look, the bus has Illinois plates. This is Statesville Haunted Prison.
This place does not look abandoned.
Just pausing. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you so much. It definitely goes back to the channel.
Oh, I do not like haunted houses.
This is very interesting because from what I understand, when you walked into Stateville, you walked into the, let's go to the Stateville prison. And look, it's closed now. It's in Crest Hill, Joliet, Illinois. The old Joliet prison. Let's see. Is it going to be tickets this year? Oh, they got rid of it. Let's look at it, y'all. Look, they hurried up and got rid of it. The Stateville Haunted Prison have escaped to Hell's Gate Haunted House. Wow. So yeah, and let's just see what this haunted house was about. Where is it at? Where's the address? I just want to know. $40, $45. Would y'all pay to be this scared? And then I'm gonna say something. Just imagine You paying here and the inmates are in there. Let's see where this map is. I bet you this is in Indiana. It doesn't say location. Here we go. Yep. It's not showing nothing. I bet you it's in Indiana. I don't do haunted stuff too. Wow, God, does your father work the Statesville? Oh wow. I wonder if he has now they said that this was a century old cemetery. I mean cemetery. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, you guys. A century old. Wow. So this was a century old prison. I wonder what the conditions were when your dad was there. Let's see. Let's go to Wikipedia and see. And I don't use it as my source all the time, but let's just go there and see. Because is this where it's this movie with Morgan Freeman and what's his name? Dufresne. What happened? What do you think that was yeah, it was an execution site. It was an execution site. Stateville's Correctional Center was one of the 3 sites in which execution were carried out by electrocution in Illinois. I told you guys that's what one of the haunted rooms were, the electrocution room. Wow. Okay, let's transition this because this is a topic we're going to talk about. Larry Hoover, who right now, let's just go to that. If you guys are still with me and we're just vibing, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. If you know who Larry Hoover is, can you put a 1 in the chat? Just so I know I'm not just talking weirdly to people. Let me know if you know who Larry Hoover is. So this is some of the famous people. Michael Alfonso, Basil Beckhart. These people don't ring a bell. Maybe it's because Jordan Hill, one of the 4 participants in the 2017 Chicago torture incident. I didn't hear that. Of a mentally disabled man that was captured on Facebook Live. So you guys, this is a sensitive subject we're talking about, just so you know. Richard Loeb, I remembered, he was transferred from Joliet and killed by another inmate. Other half of the infamous 1924 Leopold and Loeb. I saw a movie about that. Larry Hoover probably is the one that sticks out to me. John Wayne Gacy he was executed. You guys remember Gacy? Oh my God. I remember I'm scared of clowns to this day. I thought he was in Menard, but he was sent over to Stateville. Hey, Raging Cajun. Let's just look and see. Let's go over to Larry Hoover. I want to start there. So I'll end this part about Statesville here. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I just think that I got on the subject of Illinois, right? And I wanted it to be brought up. I got on this subject of Illinois, and I just felt like, hey, why not just talk about I got on the subject of Dolton. Why not just ride it out and talk about Illinois, right? Let's go on to what's going on with Larry Hoover now. Now, I've never sought deep into what Larry Hoover. I mean, if you said Berg, who is he? I said he was a gang leader for the GDs and he went to jail. That's like the brink of what Burgundy Blue knows. I've never really looked into Larry Hoover's background, future, what's going on. That was maybe before my time when Larry Hoover went to jail. I'm pretty sure. Let's look at what's going on now with Larry Hoover. And yeah, he was in Stateville. So, and you guys hit the like button. Let's join in. It says Larry Hoover seeks release. Chicago gangs clash with migrants and free parking lots at suburban metro lots. Now, I'm going to talk about the Chicago gangs and the migrants later down the road because I do not even want to. Get somebody else to do it. But Gardis, thank you. Gardis, thank you for telling me that. And that was before my time. Like, I grew up, it was just folks, BDs, Vice Lord. It wasn't, what was the guy that was the Vice Lord guy? And then it was the guy that was a BD guy. It was just like, that's it. I really didn't. It was like, if you're a part of this, you're a part of this. If you're not, you're not. And that's just to be honest. It was never any kind of, let me be real. You did have lit, but it wasn't any real lit. Like as an adult, as a teenager, the lit you got, you were not taken in as a lit of an adult. I feel like I could freely say that. If I would have got the same lit as a teenager as I would have as an adult, it would have been a different story. Just letting you know. All right, let's watch what's going on here. Commercial. So while the commercial break is here, if you can support the channel, we have a $20 goal. Now it's only a $15 goal. Thanks to Cynthia. We have a $15 goal. The lives take a little bit of time. You don't have to give anything. Let's just be here if you can. But if you cannot, hit that QR code in the corner. That's my Cash App. That helps me because videos like this will not be monetized. Let's go. Man, 52 minutes. We ain't gonna watch no 52 minutes of this. Oh, Lord. We might have to go somewhere else. A week in review. Hold on. Not 52 minutes. But we only need 57 seconds. But okay, is there anything in the middle? Let's see what we got right here. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the QR code if you can, and let's go. Let's see what we got. Not 52 minutes. Your girl voice won't last.
Through his lawyers from multiple life. Larry Hoover, through his lawyers, seeking early release from multiple life sentences, a special program passed by Congress known as the First Step Act, in some cases allowing early release for certain rehabilitated prisoners. Wearing a tan long-sleeve shirt, glasses, and a gray beard, a shackled Larry Hoover in Florence, Colorado, appearing on the monitors in a Dirksen federal courtroom here in Chicago.
Wow, they moved him all the way out to Colorado? Whoa. I don't know, and I'm being honest, I'm sitting here talking. I don't know much about Larry Hoover and his journey. I'm just sitting here talking with you guys, and I'm like, whoa, they moved him way away from his family. I've been to Colorado. It's a beautiful place, but that's very, very far.
Chicago, the 73-year-old founder of the notorious gangster Disciple Street Gang, testifying from the ADX Supermax prison in Colorado. I'm a completely different person than the man who went to prison in 1997, Hoover said in a low voice. I'm very reflective here at ADX. You're locked up at least 21 hours a day. I have no desire to run the GDs or to be involved in any criminal activity. I'm past that part of my life. But the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois.
Wait, I just have to pause. Jeff Fort is in the same prison? Oh, wow. Now, I'm going to be honest. So in 95, I was a freshman in high school. 97, I was graduating. I was a sophomore in high school. 97, I was graduating for high school. This is very over my head. I just want to talk about that. Wow. Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover, I guess, were out when I was growing up. And wow, this is deep to think about. This is deep to think about. Um, yeah, thank you for sharing that with me, Gardis. This is interesting. Hello, everybody. Hey, Erica. Enjoyed your show. Conscious. Hello, everybody. Enter the chat. If you guys can, hit the like button. We're talking about Stateville and what's going on. And we're also talking about how they hurried up and closed Stateville. We just got on to Larry Hoover. If you guys can, hit the like button. If you can, we had a $20 goal starting with my channel today. Now, thanks to our girl Cynthia, I only have a $15 goal. If anyone could hit the QR code, thank you so much. Y'all, we still in this fight. I won't give up. We going there. All right, let's continue. Wow, I did not know Jeff Ford is in the. Isn't that ironic? Very ironic. Thanks for sharing it.
Hours a day. I have no desire to run the GDs or to be involved in any criminal activity. I'm past that part of my life. But the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois vehemently opposing the early release of Hoover, arguing that he still asserts leadership when it comes to the gangster disciples, also known as the GDs. In the courtroom, federal prosecutor Julia K. Schwartz arguing that Hoover's done more damage to the city of Chicago than any defendant that's come through here before. In today's government filing, the United States of America versus Larry Hoover, aka the chairman and the king, the feds arguing, quote, Hoover has well earned his life sentence, and he is not the type of defendant Congress intended to benefit in enacting the First Step Act. Indeed, if he were sentenced today, Hoover would receive the same mandatory life sentence. But after today's hearing, Larry Hoover's loved ones and attorneys, along with many supporters, arguing that Hoover is a changed man and can do much good if he's released.
It was good to hear his voice. It sounds like, to me, he was a bit nervous, but, you know, it's his.
Oh my God. How old do you think Larry Hoover Jr. is? Wow. I just was looking at that name. How old do you think Larry Hoover Jr. is? He might have never ever been able to physically engage with his dad. Oh wow, this is interesting. I've never really looked at the Larry Hoover story that way. Forgive me, I just never did. I know that who's the one that got the movie about him? Big Meech, right? Thank you, Chavis. Thank you. Big Meech got his son out there with the movie. Being in Chicago, I just gonna shut up and not tell too much, say too much, but this is interesting. Yeah, Douglas, clear the bushes before we talk, right? This is very interesting.
And can do much good if he's released.
It was good to hear his voice. It sounds like, to me, he was a bit nervous, but, you know, it's his life that he's dealing with.
He is not associated with a gang and hasn't been for many, many decades. But he probably has some insights into how we can make life better for young people so that they don't turn to gangs.
The parties will be back in court in October. At the Dirksen Federal Building, Julian Cruz, WGN News.
I don't know what to think about it because let me tell you something. We are people, you know. We could be one way 1 second and another way another second. Sometimes we're born on survival, and all we know is survival. And we're taken out of a certain environment, and we learn how to thrive on love and different things. I just believe people can change. That will always be my thoughts. You know, I don't know. 1990, was it 1997? 1995? Oh my God, that's almost 30 years ago. only thing I would say is if he was released, I would say a condition would be he cannot come back to Chicago or have communication with people that, were from that world. Because they're gonna still look at him as him, Uh I don't know the Larry Hoover story. I'm sitting here tongue-tied because being from Chicago, I don't know the Larry Hoover story. I know the rap songs and I know this, I know that, but I really never got into the Larry Hoover story. But Larry Hoover, can I ask this question? This is me asking. Did him getting incarcerated stop anything? And I don't know if it was any kind of lives. I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm being honest. I've never honestly followed the Larry Hoover story. So I'm going to leave it there at that. I've never followed it. Douglas says, I would also have a tribunal to view all cases involving gang activity and drug-related offenses during the 80s. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. I really never paid attention to it. But hey, here, because I was a baby. So I would say when I could sit here and say your girl Berg has no input on this, I really have no input on this. But the only thing I want to share was he was in Stateville as well. I've known or heard of many people be like, oh, my dude at Stateville, my person at Stateville. And I just thought that was interesting. You West Side, Hiram. If you saying that, you West Side. I'm gonna text you, Hiram. You go crack up when I text you. Lower Stateville Prison. That's where we are. Stateville Prison. I just want to know how many years did they make money off of this Halloween? That's why I came to you guys. Since they're closing down and now they're moving over. How many years did they make off of this? How many years did they make off the old Joliet, the Stateville haunted house, and that same prison was dilapidated for years? So you guys are just joining us. We're talking about Stateville's prison. This is the last time I'm going to mention it. We have, thanks to Cynthia, we only have a $15 goal out of our $20 goal. If you can, hit the QR code in the corner. Your girl don't get paid when she talks about serious subjects like this. I don't get paid. But you don't have to leave. Just stay here. I can't tell who donated and who not. Let's just stay here. So yeah, this is the whole subject matter. If you had loved ones at Statesville, I wanted to bring this up because I'm sure that it's going to be a class action suit. They have been infested with mold, all kind of smoke, couldn't get clean water for years. So if you had a loved ones at Stateville Prison, like Johnson & Johnson baby powder, child, they may be getting something later down the line. Because when this man died at Stateville, they hurried up because he was a scholar. He was in charge. They hurried up. They hurried up and got these people up out of there because they finally made some noise. And that's what's so important. If you have someone like this man is incarcerated. Let's watch a little bit from Subject Soup. Just 4 minutes. Let's watch. That's the whole thing. People want to say your life doesn't matter if you're mentally ill, if you're incarcerated. No, stand up for your loved ones. If they're mentally ill, if they are incarcerated, if they're locked away in a home, a mental institution, a foster home, a nursing home, still stand up for your loved one, okay? Let's just watch. I found this just now. We're going to watch this together, okay? Because they can't stand up for themselves. Hey, you guys, I don't want to. Did y'all hear about the lady? She went to a mental institution in Illinois. Did you guys hear about that? She went to a mental institution last week or so. And I'll play it. If y'all didn't hear, I'll play it. But she was in Illinois. She went to get mental help because she was having whatever mentally going on with her. I don't know. So she went to get mental help, and she had been, well, I can say it. She was raped the whole time she was there. And when she came out, she's more jacked up than she was going in. And it's a whole lawsuit against. Did y'all hear about that? That just came out today. Did y'all hear about that? Yeah, Douglas, thank you. Like, I'm not even tripping on bugs and stuff, but if you just can't get healthy water and stuff, I'll play the lady that made the lawsuit after this. Let's look at Stateville right quick. Hit the like button if you can. I love you guys.
Subject Soup. Welcome to the roller coaster ride through the history of Illinois Stateville Correctional Center, where the tales are as twisted as the facility's iconic panopticon design. Imagine a place that started as an architect's ambitious dream, resembling more a scene from a sci-fi movie than a correctional facility. Since its doors swung open in the early 20th century, Stateville has been home to a cast of characters ranging from the notorious to the downright eccentric. But it's not all doom and gloom. Amidst the tales of daring escapes and infamous residents, there's a rich history of reform and innovation. So, fasten your seatbelts as
y'all seen this scene, I'm sure, on a lot of movies. So we're gonna put Subject Soup up there. I'm hoping I won't play too much because they seem like a channel that may claim fair use. I'm trying to claim fair use, and we'll credit them, but let's see how much they have to say.
we embark on a journey through time, exploring how this landmark institution has evolved from a penal panopticon to a pioneer of prisoner rehabilitation. Let's dive into the fascinating, sometimes bizarre world of Stateville Correctional Center, where every corner has a story, and even the walls would have a sense of humor. Stateville Correctional Center was born out of an era of bold ideas, and nothing says bold quite like its panopticon design.
I'm gonna pause it. Y'all go to Subject Soup and get this credit. Let me put the link in there because I just feel like this will be trouble for my channel. But if you want to learn more about Stateville Correctional Center exposed, a true story behind Illinois infamous prison, no shade to them. I just know what happens with trouble to my channel. So it's another issue in Illinois. This woman, she went to a mental health facility to get help. And let's talk about it. Let's just share her story. This has been going on for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but it's still in the news today. Let's go.
A new Cook County lawsuit alleges a patient at a women's mental health facility in southwest suburban Lamont was repeatedly raped by an employee while undergoing treatment. CBS News Chicago investigator Megan Hickey is digging into this case and a disturbing trend of allegations against workers at the center.
She thought she could get help there, that she would be in a safe environment. She'd be with licensed therapists. It's going to take years and years of therapy for her.
Attorney Pete Flowers tells me his 24-year-old client listed as Jane Doe in the lawsuit recently filed in Cook County checked into this residential treatment facility for women in May. Within days, the suit says an employee named Eric Hampton, who was in charge of transporting her around the facility, took advantage of that role and sexually assaulted her on 3 different occasions.
During the transfers, he would take her into a particular area and be by himself with her.
Jane said she told her roommate about the attacks, who reported it to a staff member. Flowers says they failed to promptly act on that report. Terrified, Jane checked out of Timberline a few days later, the lawsuit says.
We want to expose Timberline. And the fact that it's happened even once is horrible, but more than once.
A record of 911 calls for service to the facility obtained by the CBS News Chicago investigators shows dozens of calls related to criminal sexual abuse or sexual assault since 2018. On at least 8 occasions since 2020, the Lamont Police Department received reports from patients saying they had been sexually assaulted or abused.
So I'm just going to pause it there. I'm also going to drop the link because let me tell you something. This is stuff that's really happening. I don't know how else to, I'm not making this up. This is stuff in the news. This is stuff that's happening. Protect yourself. Look out for each other. Look out for your loved ones. Okay? Look out for your loved ones. If someone said they need help and they go somewhere to get help, just don't depend on that place to give them help. Really go into it yourself to look into the place. Is that fair enough to say? Look into the place and see if they're going to really give your loved one the help that they need. If someone goes to jail and you still care about them and you still want to nurture and care about them, check on the conditions of the jail. They're not sentenced to death because they did a crime. They're there to rehabilitate themselves. Check on their rehabilitation. I just found all this interesting when I saw like on Monday, they were, this is an exaggeration, but like on Monday, they were saying this man died in Stateville and they were reaching out to J.B. Pritzker. I'm going to say within a month though. They said that. And then like the next month, it was like, oh, we closed Stateville down. It had to be J.B. Pritzker is not going to just close down Stateville if it was not more and more situations that was going to lead to some detrimental lawsuit. I'm just being honest. It was so weird how fast they closed down. It was like boom, boom. Okay, this man died from asthma. We're closing down. It was immediate. So you guys let me know. Oh, Douglas, you're so smart. Douglas said he did it during election season. Oh, see, you know what, Douglas? I'm going to be real. I forget about this damn election season. I really do forget about how stuff is different. Wow, what Garda said. Why does the media use sexual? I agree. Why does the media use sexual assault instead of the R word? I feel confused by it and it minimizes the crime. I asked that during something that was going on recently. And they told me it was all, I asked a media person and they said it was all under the same umbrella, Gardis. I never knew that because I feel like you should say what the person did. S assault to me would be grabbing my booty, grabbing my boob, doing things, to me. The R word would be you actually possibly enter my body. This is just Burgundy eyes saying this. In that I need people to know. So I agree with that. Like I need people to know that you took advantage of me and possibly entered or tried to make me enter or try to collaborate my body, if that's a word. Yeah, I agree. Well, y'all, this was Burgundy Blue talking about Stateville's prison. This is the wrap up. I don't know how, I think since I was a teenager, Stateville had this haunted house. I remember people saying every Halloween, and that's why I brought it up. It's Halloween time. Let's go to Stateville. And I would be like, over 20 years, I'd be like, heck, I ain't going to Stateville. But to know how the prisoners were lying in that while they were making money, I think that's interesting. Y'all, protect your babies. If you're angry at anyone in your home, love on them no matter if you're angry, because it's a mean world out there. I hope y'all can hear. I don't know where my channel is going to go. Sometimes I try to keep my opinion out of it. But if you're mad at anybody in your life, but you love them, protect them. It's a mean world out there. Hey, hear him say, I just got home. It's a lot. It is. I just wanna talk about it. Like, I feel like people want to push, oh, you grown, let me push you out there. No. Keep your loved one, keep your teens, your almost adults, keep them close. Because they're gonna go out here and you don't know what else is waiting for them. Keep them close. Love on your people, okay? That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. That man we just watched that was in Statesville, what did he say? I want to play him. Let's play him one more time. I think what he said was so profound. Y'all wanted the best for me and I effed up. You know what I mean? Let's just play it. He was a kid when he went to jail. Now he got gray hair. Let's just play him getting his bachelor's degree now. Okay. Let me tell you, I just got off of work about, like him, I just got off of work about 2 hours ago. Y'all, to be able to do what I love, and to have a healthy body and be able to have working legs and working arms, that's a blessing. To be able to have family support, if you have that, that's even a double blessing. Take care of the people. Even when you mad at them, just be like, man, I'm mad at you, but are you okay today? Did you eat today? Were you able to take a bath today? We as humans need just a few things. I know I sound silly saying this, but I'm sure, because I get emails a lot of times, people need basic needs. Hunger pains are a real thing. People need to eat. They need shelter. And they need to be able to have the dignity to have themselves clean and clothed. That's all I want to say. And in my line of work, what I do, I make sure people are clothed. Not just in the celebrity world. So make sure you look out for your people. Look out for your people, even if you hate their guts. It was so funny today. Me and my son were talking, and I don't think they would mind if I shared this. And then we were joking, and I was talking about his dad. And me and his dad don't talk every day, but we added him on three-way, and we just were joking and laughing. I don't have to talk to his dad every day to wish him well. I wish him well. He wished me well. We wish our child well. Just please check on your people, because it's worse people out there preying on your people, okay? That's all I want to say. I know it sounds weird, but this Stateville thing, it really got under my biscuits, as I always tell y'all. Let's look at this report from Erica Sargent one more time.
His death behind bars could have been prevented. Tonight, they joined activists calling for the prison to close sooner than already planned, saying it would save lives. Michael Broadway was serving a sentence for murder, but loved ones say he turned his life around inside, getting his college degree and putting other inmates on the right path. Our Maribel Gonzalez shares his family's message, new tonight at 10. Maribel.
Yeah, Erica, this is Michael Broadway on the front page of Northwestern's prison education program. Now he's front and center and the face of something else, a continued and collective call to close Stateville Prison, where he was incarcerated and later died. This past November, during his graduation day,
Everything you ever wanted from me was to be the best version of myself.
Michael Broadway said it's the first time he had felt alive. But just months later in June, Michael would be dead. Many who celebrated with him during that ceremony are now the same ones gathering in this town hall asking for justice and honoring his memory.
I have firsthand knowledge of the horrendous conditions there.
Michael Broadway was an inmate at Stateville Prison, serving a 75-year sentence for first-degree murder, where he was also part of a cohort of students earning bachelor degrees as part of Northwestern University's prison education program. His partner, Sean Hardy, says Michael, who studied sociology, was thrilled.
He was definitely a light to others, and talking about injustice and helping the youth in his community.
But in June, Michael died. His loved ones say from asthma complications only made worse by the conditions like excessive heat they say he endured while incarcerated. Jimmy Soto, now exonerated, said he lived them firsthand.
I served 42 years, as I indicated, and a large portion of my time was at Stateville. So these conditions just didn't happen overnight. This has been going on for decades.
Stateville Prison is now facing closure. Advocates say there's also concerns with the water supply and infrastructure. This 2023 IDOC report calling the facility not suitable. In March, Governor J.B. Pritzker announcing plans to knock it down and rebuild it. IDOC now saying it will not close before September. For advocates here, it's a matter of life or death.
We are demanding that the governor and the legislator close the prison immediately so there will not be another Michael Broadway or anyone else to lose their life simply based on the conditions.
Now, IDOC is investigating Michael's death, and Governor J.B. Pritzker was asked about it today. While he didn't specifically address it, he did say that Stateville is an example of a place that needs a lot of work and is asking for changes in the correctional system to keep everybody safe. Reporting live.
So there you have it. Wow, it's just a lot to think about. And when I'm talking to you guys, it's just so weird because can you imagine one oh my gosh, it's a podcast I've been listening to. Every morning I get up, Sister Curtis, are you in the chat? If you're still there, Sister E podcast, they always bring up these topics that are different. I hope I don't mean disrespect, but these different topics, and I spend hours listening to it while I get ready for my day in the morning. And I encourage you guys to watch it and subscribe if you want some like intellectual different perspectives. I don't like to just be the only perspective. I know how you guys, that's why I always bring people up, because I don't like to be the only perspective you guys hear. I want to hear other people's thoughts. Let me tell you something. Hiram, you the best. Thank you, Hiram. Thank you so much. I like to hear everybody's thoughts, and because I grew up, for lack of a better word, I grew up weird. I grew up a nerd, sensitive, but very much a creative. And I see things differently. I always loved, so Sister E, I wish Gardis was here so he could put that in the chat, but I'll do it later if you guys are hitting a replay. I like to hear different people's point of view. And I think it's important because people's life journey is very important to know where they came from. It doesn't excuse anything they made, any choices they made, but to know where they came from is very important so we don't repeat the history. And I think this is what's happening in Statesville. And I also think that the people sent to Statesville The government just felt like nobody was going to say nothing. And finally, people are saying something. And especially, you guys, now that we're all learning about, you know how we're learning about, I am, not you guys. Y'all been new. But we're learning about government, right? When we watch this man's story, how many of y'all think Northwestern? Let's just go to it. Hold on. How many of y'all think that possibly Northwestern University having the, because we're following this Tiffany Henry situation and money and plugs, and I know the plug and all that. How many of y'all think maybe Northwest University had a play on looking into this man's death? He got a bachelor's degree from the prisons program from Northwest University. How much money, grants, and etc. do you think they get from doing this program? I may be wrong, but I'm sure, and y'all taught me this. I didn't learn this on my own, but my little spidey senses are looking up like, isn't Governor Pritzker hooked up with Northwest University some kind of way? Because I went to Northwest University for my breast exam, etc. I saw the Pritzker School of this and that. What y'all think? I want to just Google that. I just thought about that. Pritzker Northwestern University. It popped up automatically. Look, me just looking. I think Pritzker was like, oh, hecky nah. Like, I'm just pulling up the Pritzker School of Law. I just want to pull up J.B. Pritzker. What do he have to do with Northwest University? This man died, under that situation. I'm just wondering. And you know what's so funny? I would have never thought about any of this other than y'all. Y'all really opening my eyes to how to connect the DOTTS. He's a billionaire? Pritzker, a billionaire, you guys? I think he's a millionaire. He owns, y'all, leave me alone. Did y'all know Pritzker had this money? Yeah, Douglas, let me look. Wait a minute, hold on, Douglas. You see me? Wait a minute, Douglas. This me right now. Douglas, cut it. Wow, I didn't know he was a billionaire. I remember the stories when we were voting for him about the gold toilets or, all the little stuff that was going on. But I just felt like even he couldn't be worse than what was going on. All the people, Blagojevich and all of that. Y'all, child, let me click on out. Boom, we're clicking on out. I didn't know he was a billionaire. Wow. Now, I'm just asking. I didn't know Northwestern did the Stateville prison. So, Miss Asia, look, girl, you saw I clicked out, girl. I clicked on out, girl. Somebody, I'm going to write Blagojevich a letter. I'm just out. And Blagojevich was a mess, wasn't he? Ooh, Blagojevich was a mess. But anyway, that's interesting that they were able to get the attention because of the Northwestern bachelor. Now, I have a question. when this young man did get his bachelor's program, if he had the expectation of getting out of jail, would that be, do he still have to submit his record as a felon? Because doesn't one X each other out? I'm just wondering. It's just so, oh my gosh, it's such a difficult life. It's such a difficult life. So that's my advice. Love on your loved ones. Today, if you hear my voice and it's September 30th, tomorrow's the 1st, check on your people. Even if you don't like them, just be like, hey, yo, sending you a note. You good? That's all you got to say. You good? It might make somebody's day, because us looking into what's going on, it's very interesting in the world just to see what's going on. That's all I want to say. I think he's better than what we had, Miss Asia. Douglas, I don't know. Because he comes, now Douglas, he does come to our communities a lot. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Because he does come to our community. Now, you will see JB Pritzker on the South Side a lot during, well, let me correct. You'll see him a lot during election season. I have not, see, I'm going to be honest. I never got into this politics situation before talking about the super mayor. So now I'm noticing things are timed. So imagine a lot of people did not notice how timed things were. Like now we're saying, y'all, okay, I saw the ghettoest stuff the other day. I mean, no disrespect. But people at the stoplight at White Castle getting petitions signed on Sibley. It was like they were like the, and I don't mean when I see the Bucket Boys in Stony Island or on Sibley or on Torrance, I tip them. I appreciate these young men being out there drumming a bucket instead of doing something else for money. You understand what I'm getting with that? But when I see some elders out there, yeah, we got to get Tiffany up out of here, and trying to tell me in 5 seconds at a stoplight to sign the petition and pushing it in my window, that was the ghettoest thing I ever saw in my life. You got to do better. I'm being honest. So I never really put my eyes on stuff like this until now. You know what I mean? Just now I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see is what? Miss Asia, really? Oh wow. They do, Cynthia. So I'm starting to see like the election thirst. Is that what I'm trying to say? I remember having to work, and it wasn't, like I said, I worked for municipalities, not just Dolton. I worked for more than 2 municipalities before. I've never seen, it was just basically it's election time, get our votes, call it a day. It was nothing like what they're doing now. I've never seen anything like, let me play my little video I had for you guys. Let me see if this is up. It's really interesting to see how things are going now. Like, I'm like, I've never seen anything like, have you guys seen? Sorry, guys. I've never seen what's going on now. Like this, maybe I'm old and I just never paid attention. It's just really weird. I don't know if it's social media. It's really weird. It's almost like a cult. It's really weird. Let's go to my little makeshift video I did. Hit the like button if you're here. I appreciate you so much. We reached the $20 goal. We exceeded it. Thank you, Cynthia and Hiram. Thank you so much. And let's keep going. Guys, just wanted to give you a quick rundown on what's going on in the south suburbs if you didn't know how close we are. We're only 13, 14 miles away from all of this in Dolton. So let's start in Dolton. In Dolton, last night it was reported that our mayor. Now, this is a little map. Look, you guys know I'm not tech savvy, but this is the little map I did. So you can see we're right here in Dolton. Ford Heights is right there, and Sauk Village is right there. We're like 13 miles or so from the right there. 394 takes you right there. Expressway, you get on, you get off. Ford Heights, Sauk Village. Just wanted to point that out. It's very easy to get to. And it's a poison going across the land. Let's continue. May be getting evicted from her home that she's renting in Dolton. In Ford Heights, they have a mayor who has been convicted of embezzling taxpayer money, and he's charged and gone. And you guys, in South Village, the clerk and the mayor are getting physical with each other.
Your wife is doing it in his but never point anything in my face again. Do you hear me? Don't point an object in my face. That was his word. I'm gonna knock you upside down.
Hey, now I want to say something really quickly. Let me see if I have to play this all the way down. You guys, just wanted to give you a quick, but let me see if I can mute it. No, I can't. Okay, sorry, y'all. So, do you know if that mayor would have done that to her, it would have been a double standard? I don't know why. I was just thinking like how she snatched it out of his hand, and she was like, I'm gonna knock you upside. Can you imagine if the mayor would have told that clerk that? Oh my gosh. It would have been such a double standard. Such a double standard. But here we are, alas. So that's my little TED talk for today, which is not it's not really a TED talk, but I just want to talk to y'all and say, hey, check on your loved ones, even the ones you don't talk to. Even the people that are distant, just write them a letter. If you know somebody in jail, write them a letter and you love them, but you forgot about them. Let's just say you love them and you forgot about them. Write them a letter. If you know somebody going through a mental health crisis, call them. Hey, can I do something? Can I just come over and give you a hug? Can I talk to you? This is all important because people take advantage of people. And that's all I've been learning from this whole ordeal. A lot of people, even with the Dolton ordeal, it's a lot of seniors being taken advantage of, thinking they're a part of something and they're not. Like, look, reach out to your loved ones. And I think they get taken advantage of because they don't have their kids standing up for them like, nah, ma, don't listen to this, do this. No, don't pay for that. You know, just stuff like that. They don't have people in their corner. You know what I mean? So reach out for your loved ones. That's all I want to say. I don't have nothing else to say other than that. All right, you guys. I had a long day at work, so I'm about to unwind, cook me some dinner, and that's it. Cook me some dinner and get it on and popping. And we were long-winded, an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm gonna finish Miss Lisa E. Sister E, not Lisa E. Gardis put her in the chat. I'm gonna finish some of her lives because I really enjoy them. Oh, Tracy, I'm sorry. Tracy, well, let's say this, because I have a small family too. Make sure you check on your generation coming up. So that means call your little cousins, your little nephews, your little sister, the people that your friends' kids, call those people you're close to. Because I'm in the same boat, sort of like where our family is getting smaller. So even though we have the younger generation, maybe we just call and give them more memories from us. It's not too late. Cynthia said that's a part why the seniors love bingo. They feel love. You know what? I regret my son is an only child as well. Let me tell you something. Blood is not just family. You find so my son's friends, go from there. If you don't have children, go to the people that support you, your family and your circle. You're never alone. If you feel you're alone, y'all, we got each other. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're alone. Because this is crazy. Remember when people back in the day, remember our great grandmothers would have 13, 15 kids, 8 kids. They ain't doing it. I wish I would have some 15 kids. We're not doing that nowadays. So yeah, it does change. Yeah. Yeah. But you're never alone. You're never alone. Your friends, the people you're scared to reach out to, build your community. Y'all not even seniors. Like you said, Tracy, you're not a senior. Build your community. Go out there. Your first start. Hello, my name is Tracy. How you doing? This is my interest. And it seems tough. It seems scary, but you can do it. Douglas says, you all matter to me. At least I wouldn't waste my time otherwise. You are all worth it in my... Thanks, Douglas. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Let me tell you, you can't get through this life alone. You can't get through this life alone. And let me tell you, I remember somebody told me this. And it doesn't mean I always practice it, because you guys ever, I'm sure I can feel Tracy a little stubborn, aren't you, Tracy? I'd rather you tell me your story than to be alone. Rather you call me and just vent than to be alone. Vent. You know what I mean? Talk to somebody. Call somebody. Even if you gotta let it out, call somebody. Because you shouldn't walk this road alone. I know a lot of people that felt like that. And that's why I was a big sister for a lot of years, through the Big Brother, Big Sister program. And even like the whole thing y'all saw that happened to me with doxing and all that stuff, it never stopped me from helping people. Because even people's like, oh, I'm scared to start a YouTube channel. I'm scared to talk to someone because I don't want what happened to you to happen to me. You have someone like me who have experienced those things to guide you and to protect you the best way I can. That's all I got. All I can do is tell you, watch out for this, see that, or protect your secrets, because I would never expose something that someone said to me in confidence. So if you guys ever need an ear, and I'm available for an ear, because I'm gonna be honest, I can't take all energy. Like, I be overwhelmed too. I'm here. Tracy, oh. Yeah, we gotta learn, baby. Life is called life for a reason. And let me tell you something. As I watch what's going on in my community, I'm like, we cannot be this disconnected. But I do know we are. Like, it's just like things people just try to slip by and say about me. I should be, I'm not Tiffany Hilliard. Why am I even a case? I don't know. But okay, if I am a case, I'm not Tiffany. But let me tell you this. I have nothing to do with credit cards. Just making y'all laugh. I have nothing to do with what it has to. I need Hiram to say that. I have nothing to do as it relates to credit cards. I have nothing to do with that. But if I'm entertainment for other people to try to make money, that's fine. At the end of the day, I just want one person to say what has been solved in Dolton since May. Just one thing. And when I see how people just run with whatever's going on, I'm like, I have to say something about it. We talking about Tiffany. Now Tiffany live at the 14600 block of Harvard. Now we did see a possible report of that, but I'm talking about national media. Nobody ever been at Tiffany in your front door the whole time she been at. Y'all gonna let them fly with that? Y'all gonna let them fly with? Not saying the eviction is not real or the issue is not real, but y'all mean that the news and the national media knew she lived at 14600 Harvard block for 3 years, and y'all never ever seen a news camera over there ever? I have no hope. I have nothing else. I have nothing else for you. Like I have nothing else to say if that's what y'all gonna do. I have nothing else to say. So now I know why it is. Like, we have to just blend it out and be for real, y'all. So now I'm learning. Burgundy is learning the election time as we go. So you guys, what I'm gonna get ready to do, I actually heard Della Cremdella the other day talking about this pink salt bath. So I'm gonna try that. I got some pink sea salt, so I'm gonna try that. I gotta get ready for this project tomorrow. I have to try to do my hair. It's a mess. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I just want to come on here and talk about Stateville. I was long-winded, so we got to talk about that. And you know what? I always tell y'all, never forget, no matter what happened to Burgundy, what did I tell y'all? We can't predict nothing. Time is going to predict it all. Nothing but time. We don't know what the hell going on. Time is going to make sure everything come out. What's in the wash gonna come out in the rinse. Okay.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just acting.
I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary blue. Commentary burgundy. Commentary. Comment blue. Commentary. Comment burgundy blue. Commentary blue. Commentary.